Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Aslan, your host and Global Marketing Manager at Quicktron Robotics.
It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you.
And today we are diving into a fascinating dialogue on challenges and opportunities for mobile robotics in North America. Joining us is a distinguished guest, Alex Ramirez, the Director of Business Development at Quicktron America, a 25 years veteran in this domain. Alex, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Arslan, thank you very much for the invitation. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you.
A quarter century of expertise, that's quite a journey, isn't it?
Well, it's been a little while that happened just very fast. You will see it when you get to my age.
Yeah, definitely that would be a thing. So now let's get back to the main topic of today's discussion. So when we see that due to supply chain disruptions, labor shortages, and fierce competition in North American market, now we see the corporations needs to be smart and creative to effectively distribute their goods across the regions while being profitable, of course. So the interplay of supply chain dynamics, technological integration, and demand forecasting is adding complexity and making it challenge to optimize B2B and D2C distribution centers. So my question here is, taking these complexities into consideration, what effective strategies can corporations adopt to achieve desired operational efficiency while minimizing the lead times and enhancing customer satisfaction at the same time?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, and no doubt that we are living in times of uncertainty in different sectors of the economy, and the supply chain in general is not immune to disrupting events happening in the world. However, this could present an opportunity for corporations to thrive and outsmart their competitors. And what do I mean by that? Well, we know that distribution centers and warehouses will continue to be busy across North America. There is a big trend toward reshoring and nearshoring, as well as the ongoing growth reported by e-commerce and manufacturing industries. All this will help. Of course, there are challenges, and not many people are talking about these challenges. For instance, accurate and relevant data is necessary to make intelligent decisions, something that until our day, believe it or not, is not easy to achieve. Why do I say this? Well, for generations, corporations have been working with a structure that resembles silos, very compartmentalized. Obtaining good data from all the corners of the corporation is challenging. Corporations work with multiple software systems across departments and across different regions. In most cases, believe it or not, these systems don't communicate with each other, creating an information vacuum, so to speak, even when the information exists in multiple databases across the companies. This is a problem. For this reason, the corporations currently undergoing their digital transformation, some of them are very active and proactive doing this, they will have a substantial advantage. Good data is necessary for full end-to-end supply chain visibility, and corporations should always know what is happening with everything related to the orders placed with their suppliers, for instance, while recognizing that we are still living with random supply chain challenges and operating with a very frail supply network. Now, the same is true for the other side of the spectrum, the customer's orders. End-to-end visibility of the customer's orders propels the need to have accurate data regarding inventory levels, order fulfillment performance, among other key indicators, always keeping a keen eye on the market trends and the purchasing behavior of the customers. So in 2023, we are witnessing a reduction in the frantic acquisition of inventory that happened during previous years. But reverting entirely to a just-in-time strategy is not advisable yet, due to the prevailing circumstances and uncertainties of the economy. Distribution centers should continue adopting a flexible, just-in-case inventory approach with cautious moderation. And this involves retaining a slightly higher inventory buffer than immediate demand necessitates, while simultaneously implementing rigorous demand forecasting and inventory optimization techniques. By achieving this balance, distribution centers can ensure they have the necessary inventory to fulfill orders without overburdening their resources with excessive stock, keeping themselves competitive and adaptable in the face of ongoing disruptions. The labor shortage in the warehousing industry is an external factor that corporations also need to keep in mind. The resulting shift in the labor pool has been driven by the convergence of several important elements. The retirement of baby boomers shrank the labor pool. Also, the exponential growth of e-commerce exerted additional pressure on distribution centers to meet consumer demand. We must recognize as well that the impact of COVID-19 made people rethink their priorities in life, and this fact alone has somehow limited the availability of workers who are willing and able to work in warehouse environments. While some experts anticipate the unemployment rate to remain slightly over 4% in the US, others predict a potential increase to over 6% driven by inflationary pressures. But regardless, distribution centers are increasingly turning to automation as a strategic solution, driven by three important factors. First, seeing competitors obtain superpowers by generating and having access to smarter data that is produced by their digital transformation efforts. Well, these competitors can checkmate the less proactive corporations, so to speak. This is scary and a very strong motivator to search for countermeasures. Second, the restrictive budgets in times of uncertainty put pressure on corporations to make their warehouse operation more cost-effective. They are looking for ways to perform better with less resources. And finally, the third one, the need to mitigate their dependence on manual and unpredictable labor. As you can see, right now, there are more pros than cons when it comes to warehouse automation. In other words, it's the time to do it. The adoption of automated solutions, as you know, enable distribution centers to insulate themselves from the fluctuations in the labor pool while concurrently enhancing overall operational performance, even when they have restricted budgets. This is the reason why you see many corporations adopting the latest cloud-based versions of warehouse management systems, warehouse execution systems, ERPs, etc., and intralogistics technology as well, such as ASRS solutions, sorters, and mobile robotics, of course. Warehouse automation could be a wise strategy to follow in uncertain times, but here is where things get interesting. There are so many ways to automate a distribution center and different levels of automation as well. Corporations need to be careful. Some solutions require a substantial investment, while others perhaps are budget friendly. So they need to be aware of this. Mobile robotics certainly is an attractive proposition today, and the reason why you see a growing trend of mobile robots at the DC level all around the world.
So as you just mentioned about the pandemic in your discussion, so we are living in a post-pandemic world. As corporations execute their post-pandemic warehouse automation strategy, why have mobile robotics emerged as a preferred intralogistics technology to move goods across the distribution centers and manufacturing facilities?
Yeah, mobile robots are becoming the option of choice, not just because they are fun to work with, but for a very important reason. They are flexible. They are a very flexible solution that can be modified according to business needs. You can start with a few units and over time have an army of robots like what you see in my background safely running around in your warehouses. Also, mobile robots have a relatively faster lead and deployment time compared to other technologies. They integrate well with other technologies as well, using modern distribution centers such as the WMS I was referring to before, WES, TMS, etc. And perhaps the most attractive one, they are very cost effective. Mobile robots typically fit current warehouse automation budgets very well and make the ROI very attractive. Everybody likes them, from warehouse managers to the board of directors. And to exemplify this, imagine for a moment that we have a very simple X and Y graphic, where the X-axis represents the solution cost and the Y-axis represents the performance measured by throughput. Then close to the origin, on the lower left, you will see a person, a warehouse operator, the lowest denominator, but also the lowest throughput. At the top right, we will see a shuttle ASRS bringing totes to the pick station. It is a very super fast solution, but also the most expensive one. Then in between, you will see all other automated solutions, from pick to light, voice picking, P to G and G to P, this is goods to persons solutions, AMR shuttles, or a solution combining crane robots and G to P AGV or AMR systems, then a cube ASRS system, and finally the shuttle ASRS I mentioned before. Curiously, the goods to person solution with mobile robots would fall closer to the origin on the left, meaning lower cost. But it will be a bit high in the graphic because they will be yielding high throughput results. So they are very attractive. Of course, the market is complex, and for the same reason, there are many options when it comes to mobile robots. You can find G2P or P2G mobile robots at distribution centers that are doing D2C and B2B distribution. Many of them are related to e-commerce applications and mobile robots dedicated to point-to-point transportation, carrying heavy loads on both distribution warehouses or manufacturing related environments. It would be important to add that in the G2P sector, or goods to person, software solutions play a crucial role in enhancing efficiency. Middleware and warehouse execution systems are emerging to coordinate and manage various components of G2P solutions. These software solutions help streamline operations, improve coordination between different systems, and contribute to the overall effectiveness of the G2P process.
Thank you once again, Alex, for signifying the relevance of mobile robotics in today's landscape. So as you just mentioned about the goods-to-person robotics, so what key factors do you think corporations should contemplate when embarking on the key adoption of goods-to-person robotics, encompassing aspects of infrastructure redesign, technological integration, inventory management, labor optimization, long-term scalability, and seamless integration with existing supply chain frameworks?
Yeah, that's a good question. The complexity of selecting a G2P automation solution is influenced by a few factors. I can mention a few. Selecting carefully from among a variety of G2P solutions available is important. Corporations should try to understand how these solutions work and how they integrate with the current technological infrastructure they have available. Integration is a key factor today. If the different technologies cannot talk between each other, then you have more of those silos of technologies I mentioned before. It's not good. In some cases, changing or upgrading a legacy system running a warehouse can be more expensive than the G2P solution itself. Nowadays, API communication is perhaps the most flexible and cost-effective way to do it. Corporations also need to understand the unique logistics and intralogistics flows of the business, the range of SKUs and turnover rates, and the potential future growth of the company. The decision-making process becomes intricate due to the need of matching the automation solution with the specific application, inventory characteristics, sizing stability, and turnover patterns. Additionally, the level of automation desired and the balance between flexibility and predictability further contribute to the complexity of the decisions. For instance, when evaluating a goods-to-person solution for e-commerce fulfillment, the needs and considerations between smaller companies and larger corporations is different. Smaller companies reaching a growth level where automation makes sense, they tend to prioritize flexibility and adaptability. They will probably prioritize a more flexible solution that can accommodate changes in inventory and business growth. On the other hand, larger corporations, due to the scale and complexity, they need to weigh the predictability of future demand against the level of automation. They may consider solutions that offer a balance between flexibility and fixed structures, considering the ROI and forecast accuracy. The choice between flexibility and fixed structures is influenced by factors such as the stability of demand and the potential to adjust the automation setup.
Yeah, indeed, there are several factors involved in G2P robotics. So as you see the potential in the market, and myself also, and so now let's talk about Quicktron Robotics. So how corporations can actually leverage the Quicktron's technology to increase the efficiency and make their warehouses operations more cost effective and to get more and more gains in terms of profitability.
Yeah, I love to talk about Quicktron. So I love the question. It is important to choose a company that can offer proven and reliable technology. And Quicktron has been in business since 2014. It's not going away soon. And from that humble beginning in 2014, it has become a global company with hundreds of successful projects, more than 1,000 actually, deployed around the world across more than 30 different industries. We have more than 25,000 robots safely and tirelessly running around warehouses and DCs, accurately delivering goods in boxes, bins, pallets, in B2B and D2C applications, or carrying loads on customized structures or containers common in manufacturing environments. I believe it is important to emphasize that our technology is not only very dependable and certified safe, but cost-effective as well. Quicktron solutions fit very well into the current conservative warehouse automation budgets that the uncertain economy demands. Our AMRs can be up and running typically faster than other intralogistics technologies by comparison, not only because we made the technology friendly, but also because our manufacturing facility is constantly growing in its capabilities. We have been able to deliver the units needed worldwide on time, year after year. Our solution is also easy to install, and it's not only extremely scalable, but flexible as well. It can adapt to different distribution center environments and integrate with most technologies running the DCs of the world today. Any corporation undergoing a digital transformation should consider Quicktron as their ally. We love to help corporations increase the efficiency of their distribution or fulfillment centers, and we respond fast. They should contact us right away.
Definitely, yes, they should contact us right away. And thank you very much for sharing these insights. Your expertise really had a valuable dimension to the discussion today. And thank you. Hope you enjoy the video.
Thank you, Arslan, and it's always good to see you. Talk to you later.